pretty sure I wore the same thing in a different color last time.
I don't know.
Do you want to start?
Sure.
All right.
Hi, and welcome to Momsense. I'm Kyleigh.
And I'm Kambria.
This week, we're going to talk about the holidays.
So fun.
They're always crazy. It doesn't matter what stage of life that you're in, whether you're not a mom, whatever you're doing. Holidays are crazy for everybody.
Absolutely.
Everybody's running in 15 different directions at 90 miles an hour. What do the holidays look like for you guys? Now that you guys are a little bit more established, you've got, not itty-bitty babies, but not big kids either.
Yeah.
So, what does that look like for you guys, especially now being, kind of a blended family?
No, absolutely. And that's something that I wanted to point out. So coming from a blended family, holidays were already hectic because I'd have to go to my dad's and then my mom's and then, all the things. Well, now it's a lot different. So typically for Thanksgiving, we would go all hang out at the ranch.
Yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I would leave and go to my dad's side of the families. And then then Thursday afternoon, I'd be booking it across town to get back to my aunt's house for my mom's side family Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving was always just a lot.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat that much in one day. It's exhausting running around, especially with kids. And then just a lot. So thankfully for Christmas, we do Justin's family the 23rd, my family the 24th, my dad the night of the 25th.
Okay.
So 3 separate days
That's fair.
of holidays. But honestly, that is so much more peaceful for me than the all in one day. And truthfully, this year we are only doing Justin's family Thanksgiving.
Okay.
And it was just one of those things. All of my father-in-law's family is going to be there this time, and we'll be traveling and then coming in hot, basically, and then just going to go hang out at the lake house for a little bit.
That's nice.
Yeah, it is. And it was hard. Telling my mom was hard. I was like, oh, you're going to be so upset.
I know.
But, it's one of those things that, I'm married. I have 3 kids. It's like, okay, I got to figure stuff out so that I'm not driving myself crazy.
Well, and I think there's an aspect to it. And I know everybody, it's one of those things, just because your plate isn't too full doesn't mean that somebody else's plate isn't incredibly full, right? Everybody has different size plates.
Yeah.
So all that to say, a lot of times I run into, we used to run to 5 different things and whatever else. Just because that worked for you and your family doesn't mean that it works for me and my family. And so the kids get overstimulated and they're tired and naps are thrown off. And I get it.
And then people want to make comments about your kids crying. Unnecessary. Yeah. I'm doing my best.
Oh, are they always this cranky? No, as a matter of fact, they're not. We've been running since 5 a.m. and we were out late last night and all of the things. And so totally get that.
So what is, your mom lives in San Antonio. Mm-hmm. Brady's family is here. Brady's parents are still married, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then, it's just your mom.
Yeah.
So how do y'all do that?
So I think this year will look a little bit different. In years past, when it was just me and Brady, we would typically split it up. If we did Thanksgiving with my family, we would do, Christmas with his or vice versa. Or we would do Christmas Day with whoever of the 2 we didn't do. And we would still do Christmas with the other family. It would be the day before, the day after.
Yeah.
Something of that nature. With my mom living, 5-6 hours away, it's hard to travel. She is in retail, and so she works, the day before Thanksgiving, the day after Thanksgiving. So it's hard for her to come here for those kind of holidays. Yeah. But she gets the whole week after Christmas off. So this year for Thanksgiving, Brady works. So I am going to my aunt's house, my grandmother's sister, She lives about an hour from us. Me
Okay.
and Xander are going to pack up, go have lunch with them, and then we'll go to Brady's parents and have dinner with them when Brady gets off.
Oh, that's nice.
And then for Christmas, we are going to actually, something that we kind of started this tradition last year, Xander being a newborn. This will be not his first Christmas, but his first Christmas, obviously, to be aware.
Yeah.
And like, oh, toys, right? And so we wanted to start a new tradition, which has been kind of hard for me, honestly, because growing up, I opened up presents with my cousin and my grandparents and my aunts and uncles, and it was very big. And Brady, they kind of did a similar situation. And after lots of conversation, to not take away from this family or that family or have to switch it up constantly, we've decided that Christmas morning, we will set the precedence going forward that it is our family, just our immediate, the three of us.
That's what we do.
And from there, we'll go join our families after we've done our present opening. And so Christmas morning, we will get up, do our thing, and then we're going to go to Brady's family, wherever they so be.
Yeah.
And then we haven't quite decided if Christmas night or the next day, probably the next day, just to have a little bit of patience.
Yeah.
We will drive down to San Antonio and actually go to my mom's this year. So typically they come here and we do Christmas at my grandmother's house. But it's a little bit easier for my grandparents are retired.
Yeah.
Brady actually ended up taking some time off of work that last week of Christmas, and then I was also able to get time off.
Oh, good.
Yeah, and so we're gonna go there, spend a few days, come home before the new year. So it'll look a little different this year than it has in years past.
So, Christmas.
Yes.
You're basically just throwing money in the air and burning it. And I love Christmas. I love presents. I love all of the things. Like, I mean, my tree was up like 3 weeks ago.
I have not put my tree up. I am a hardcore. Not until after Thanksgiving.
Oh, girl.
Also, we're not putting, I told Brady, I said, you get a pass because we're also not putting the Christmas tree up until after Xander's birthday party.
Oh, yeah.
Because our living room's just not big enough to have the tree and all the people. And so I'm like, you get an extra week without glitter. And he's like, bah humbug, you know?
Oh, Justin was pissed. So my parents are at my house and I'm like, hey, Eric, can you go get my Christmas tree out of the attic? And he looks at me and he's just like, really? Like, I'm not about to start a fight in your marriage. And so he did it because he's the best. He got my Christmas stuff down. Justin walks in the door, and he's on a work call. And he just goes, like, what is going on? And we're over there fluffing the tree, and he goes, whose tree is that? Well, whose tree do you think it is?
It's Anna's.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what?
He dropped it off.
But so going back to talking about money, something fun that my mom's family did that made navigating the holidays and just Christmas so much easier is every year now that we all get together on Christmas Eve and we do White Elephant. $30 max. So much easier. I'm not getting everyone a present. Like, and setting that expectation is just really setting yourself up for failure.
Yeah.
Especially in marriage, whenever, I mean, everyone's Christmases look different, and then you get married, and then you're like, wait, you buy everyone a present? Wait.
Or you don't do any presents at all?
Yeah, exactly. And so the White Elephant made it fun, made it easy. I love to give lottery tickets, and then I always win them back because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to win the lottery or scratch offs. Every time.
They're like, I gave that present to you, so if you hit the jackpot, I get a cut.
Exactly.
That's so funny.
But
we as we got older, I say we, my family, as we got older, we started doing a similar White Elephant sort of situation. We actually started doing Secret Santa.
Oh, that's
and so
fun. I like that.
So they have the apps where everybody can go and create their wish list, and it was again like a $50 max. If you wanted to go and purchase more than that $50 max, that's fine, but that was kind of the idea. I said $50 max, $50 min. But it also started to get to a point where the world is changing and things are expensive.
Everything.
And then you're traveling and that costs money, and then you've got kids, and so everybody's buying presents for the kids. And so we just kind of nixed that, and now we do stocking stuffers. So if you're out and about and you see something that you feel inclined to purchase for somebody, then great. You can get them a candy bar, a soap, something small.
Yeah.
Just like a little thing instead of doing big gifts.
I love that.
And that way nobody feels like, oh, I have to go and spend $50.
Exactly. And so
And they're almost more intentional because nobody's giving you a list.
exactly.
You're just,
it's like, oh my gosh, Kyleigh loves Dr. Pepper. Everybody
Yes.
knows that. I'm going to give Kyleigh,
Yes.
I'm going to ship her a whole crate of Dr. Pepper
Yes.
from Amazon to her house. But
Exactly.
So growing up, my parents were divorced when I was like 8. And, so then the holidays, you go over here and then you go over there. And then it's just like a whole like ordeal. And, once my mom married Eric, and even when my parents were together, I was an only child. So, my gifts like, woof, like all kinds of stuff. Well, we did Christmas with my cousins and their 3 siblings. And, looking back and thinking about it now, and I've talked to my mom about it, and she's like, gosh, what really like made me want to do like the white elephant was like, I would feel so convicted about like, oh my gosh, I'm not doing enough, but then I'm doing too much and just everything. And it's so hard.
I think that's a great highlight, because in Brady's family, and this isn't a bad thing whatsoever, but in Brady's family, financially, we are very different than like his siblings. Yeah. Also, they're a little older, so their families are a little bit more established, but financially, they're able to purchase different gifts than what we're able to purchase. And let me tell you, Brady's siblings, sisters, and their spouses are a blessing. They have always, like, Xander, if he is going to get something, he's getting, like, the big deal, right?
Yeah.
When we did our gender reveal, Brady's sister and her husband, they are the ones that put it all on for us and all the things. So Xander will not go without.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things, like, whenever I was growing up, we opened up presents with my cousin. And so everybody kind of got the same amount of money spent on them.
Yeah.
I think if we were in a situation where we opened up presents from parents, right?
Yeah.
Of everybody together, it would look different of what Brady and I can afford to get Xander versus what Brady's sister is able to afford to get their children. Now, they have 3 kids, but still, there is just a different financial thing. And we kind of talked about this, about like kids going to school and talking about what Santa brought them. Mm-hmm. I do think it's different if you're like physically in front of somebody and they're opening a 4-wheeler and you're getting,
a Lego.
Puzzle.
Yeah,
right?
a Lego. One Lego.
There is nothing, just one Lego. There's nothing wrong with that. And these kids deserve the world and they should get to have whatever present. But there is something about that. So I love that your mom thought that far ahead and just said, hey, let's just kind of, equalize everything.
And it's such a relief in, so many aspects. And honestly, for you, it's so important to notice that and say, hey, like, we're not there yet, and that's okay. Don't go put yourself in debt. Why are you going to do that? Like, no. Keeping up with the Joneses is one of the most dumb things.
It's hard, though.
Ever. It is.
It's hard.
Because no matter what, there's even stuff that Taylor Swift doesn't have. You know what I mean? Like,
there's also that hard part of you really want to do it.
Oh, I know.
Oh, my gosh.
Especially with Kinsey, because shopping for her, I'm like, oh, she would be so cute in this.
Yes.
Add to cart. And then I'm like, oh, that adds.
Yeah, it's $10 here and $10 there, and you're like, holy moly, there's $1,000 gone.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
My brothers, they don't have children, and so I do enjoy getting to purchase for them, but they're also at that age where, like, the things that they like to hunt and fish.
Okay.
I don't know if you have any concept of the cost of things for hunting and fishing.
Justin just got back from a hunting trip.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
And so everything that I want to buy them, I'm like, $300? Yeah. Holy cow!
You're like, this is a nothing.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
This nothing is $300?
Like, what does this do? What does this do?
Yeah. Oh man,
and
so expensive.
So it's so much fun because you want to give them these things and but you do put yourself in debt. But, man, the holidays are crazy.
They are. And so something really funny, I want to know, like, what your opinion is on this. So I grew up, my stepdad watched every game. Every single football game would be on. All August to February, every game.
Yeah.
Basketball, every game. Every June would be my birthday. And, you know, the NBA finals are every June. Mm-hmm. So, like, growing up, sports were just
part of your life.
A big core.
Me too.
And so there's always football on Thanksgiving. So we always have, and the Cowboys always play on Thanksgiving. And so my dad's a Cowboys.
Show.
Yeah, exactly. Dolly Parton last year. That was
so fun.
Adorable. But, so we always watch football during Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. And now there's football during Christmas. And same thing. And basketball. So there's, like, you know, two things going on. And Justin was like, I'm so glad I'm married into a family that watches sports, because I don't know. One of his friends, they do not allow sports.
Interesting.
On. Are y'all, like, for sports?
Yeah.
I mean, that's, like,
it
part
doesn't
of
matter
your
which
memory.
household you're in.
No.
Mine, there's, like, it doesn't matter. We always have sports on.
So last Christmas, we were at my dad's sister's house, and football was on. And, I mean, Justin's in, like, 17 fantasy football leagues. Of course, and very, very heavily.
Funnily, that's a word. Remember last year, Justin was kind of the, like, ran the different, like, squares. And
all of them.
All the different fantasy football leagues and all the things. And so it's always funny.
Always. That's my guy. But, so we're at my dad's sister's house, or my aunt's house. And there's basketball on during Christmas, and Justin's like, I mean, that's great, but what about football? And so he tells my brother-in-law, he's like, hey, Josh, like, can you change the channel? And so we get it to the football game, and then my grandma is in the background. She's going, off, turn the TV off. She was born in 1944, so she's older.
Wow.
But, you know, them grandmas be, they get all heated.
My grandma loves football.
Oh, man.
My grandma, I think she's going to have a heart attack. She's yelling.
Is she one of those that, like,
at the TV?
Is she one of those that has a Tony Romo shirt? You know what I mean?
You know she does.
Troy Aikman, yep.
You know she does.
I love those kind of grandmas. That's funny.
One of my aunts has a Troy Aikman tattoo. Hardcore Cowboys people over here.
I love that. That's funny. So I was talking to one of my girlfriends the other day, and Victoria, and I was like, what does y'all's holidays, look like after we're, like, talking about our topic? And she said, well, this year, me and my mother-in-law, which is Kelly from Empowered, and her aunt and David and the boys, they were going to go to Hot Springs sometime in November together, and that'd be, like, their Christmas deal. So something I love about that, like, experiences are so...
Oh, my gosh.
I would rather have an experience and give an experience than a gift any day, and those memories, like...
100%. I was actually just talking with a friend about this recently. So my boss, her baby is due any day, and she's actually due Christmas Eve. And so she's kind of fallen in the same, in a similar situation as, like, what I was in. And then even one of my other girlfriends, Rainey, her daughter is a December baby as well. And then
Jet too.
Yeah, and then my sister-in-law, she has a December baby, and her husband's birthday is December 29th. So all these, like, December birthdays are very close for me right now. And we were having a conversation about wanting there to be separation between Christmas and birthday, and how people generally will lump them. And I'm like, no, not with Xander. Not happening.
Oh.
And Casey's the same way. She's like, with Joshua, it's not happening. He will be celebrated big for his birthday, and then we'll celebrate Christmas as well.
Yeah.
But one of the things when I was pregnant that I told Brady I was very passionate about, and this isn't for now because Xander is really kind of too little to understand this or for us to really do this right now. One of the things I really, really am passionate about is that I don't want to do from Brady and I don't want to do birthday presents or Christmas presents. I want to do a trip.
I love that.
Like, if, for example, let's say, Xander, especially as he gets older and he decides where he wants to go, hey, I want to go to Colorado, right? I want to go skiing.
Yeah.
For Christmas, we're going to buy you the ski suit and the boots and the beanies and the ski lift tickets and all the things that you need to go and do that thing. Hey, I want to go to the beach. Okay, we're going to buy you swimsuits and excursions while we're there, or whatever that looks like. I am all about the experiences. One year we bought my niece and nephew a zoo pass.
Aww.
And we took them several times, and man, that was the best. That was, and I mean, it was like $150, so it's not like you're breaking the bank. I mean, you were going to spend the money if you're going to go do those things anyways.
Yep.
I love those gifts so much more.
Oh, I agree. And so speaking of experiences, we have the same experience every year. It's quite a great experience. So for New Year's every year, we're at the Tulsa Shootout.
That's right.
Every year. So doing a holiday trip would probably be difficult.
And so I told Brady, I was like, we don't have to do it in December.
Yeah, even if you schedule it out in June.
Yeah.
But so what do y'all do for New Year's then? So we got Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and babies to navigate. Yeah. Going all the directions.
Funny enough, New Year's has never really been like a big deal. Like, okay, traditionally, we used to spend New Year's Eve with Brady's family because he had family from Mississippi come into town.
Okay.
And just truthfully, somebody in that family has passed away. Mm-hmm. And of course now people are married and have children and live in different places and in college and just different space of life. And so everybody's kind of running in different directions. Yeah. And so that tradition has kind of dwindled away. And Brady and I last year bought tickets to the Dallas Stars game and went for New Year's Eve, and that was so much fun. Oh. And funny enough, this year we are also doing that, and so I think that will kind of be a fun new little tradition for us because they always play New Year's Eve, and so
that is fun.
I love that.
Traditions are so fun.
And again, it's an experience. It's getting to go do something. We aren't the like big nightlife people, so we don't want to go out to a bar. We don't go find a New Year's Eve party. If we're not going and doing anything, we hang out at home.
Honestly, and driving on those days, super dangerous. Don't do it.
Don't love
People
it.
are drinking.
Don't love it.
Heavily, and, it's just like, you got to protect yourself because you got babies to take care of.
Yes, you do, girl.
Oh, man. Well, anyway.
What do you guys do?
The Tulsa Shootout. Yep.
Duh.
Oh, yeah, I'm pretty much in bed by 9 on New Year's,
Lord
and I wake up the next morning, and I'm like, Happy New Year's, babe.
That just tells you where my brain is at.
I know.
Max capacity right now.
Long week. Definitely.
Yeah.
But so, do you have a mom win or fail?
Fail. Did I talk about Xander and the yogurt?
No.
Okay. Really fast, I do want to touch base on the fact that, like, going into the holidays, I'm so incredibly grateful for the family that I have.
Oh, for sure.
I am so incredibly grateful for the flexibility and the grace that they extend on both sides. Oh, because it's not hard it's hard to give up your time and your traditions and to alter what you and your children have done for so many years.
Yes.
That's something that I'm not looking forward to, of one day having to alter what has always been for me and Xander and any future children that we have. But I think this is a really good time for me to solder it in my brain. Yes. So when this time in my future comes as a parent, that he's going to find a spouse and traditions will change, that I need to remind myself of these moments.
Yes.
Of I'm doing this to my mom and Brady's doing this to his mom. Yep. And things.
Me not going to Thanksgiving.
Things are changing, and that's so hard.
They are. And
it's so hard. And so thanks, Mom. Yes. Thanks, Rod and Ange. Thanks, Bradshaw. Grandparents for just rolling with the punches, because I know it's not
honestly
easy.
My mom is just kind of like, I know she's upset about it. Super flexible. And then, my mother-in-law, is like, what can y'all do? What can't y'all do? One of my sister-in-laws won't be here. Yeah. They'll be traveling, and, she was upset about that, but that's, they're going to go have an experience of a lifetime, and I'm super excited about it. Can't wait to see pictures. But my sweetest little Sabrina, she is just salt of the earth, Like,
she is good people.
oh man, I love that woman.
She is good people.
I love that woman.
Okay, my mom failed. So Xander's allergic to milk and eggs.
Oh, yogurt. We talked about mac and cheese.
Okay, did I tell you about? I gave him the pouches, the fruit pouches, and the back of it, like he's halfway through.
Contains milk.
Sucking that thing down. He's halfway through, and I was like. No, it says made on the back of this package. It says made with 100% whole milk. I was like,
oh no,
oh my gosh. Anyways, he was fine. He didn't get sick or anything. Second, I don't know that this is a fail or what. We had his 1-year pictures on Saturday.
Oh, fun.
And of course, he falls at school. And he has this, like, huge bruise across his, a mark across his forehead. And then not only that, he then has an allergic reaction to something. Don't know what, because he didn't have milk or eggs.
Oh, no.
So no idea. So his whole face is, like, broken out in eczema, like, big splotches. And that started, of course, Friday. And pictures are Saturday. So that was lovely. And then at pictures, we got him a smash cake and egg and milk-free smash cake. And I didn't think about it, but the grass was wet, and he doesn't like grass. All babies, I feel like, just don't like grass.
Oh, yeah, no.
I didn't think about it, though. So I set him down in the grass. He screamed. So all of his smash cake pictures, he is like...
I don't like cake.
Big tears. My mother-in-law, she came with us, because I was like, I need somebody to stand behind the camera while we're taking some of these pictures to help make him smile.
Yeah.
And so she brought... Save the day. Thank you, Ange. She brought the yogurt melts and stuck them in the cake so he would at least reach.
Oh my goodness, that's epic. That's
so a few different things there, all piled into one of, man, I should have been paying better attention.
Oh, it happens. Sawyer, my niece, her 2-year-old picture, she has stitches. Like the day before, was it stitches or glue? I can't remember. She ran into a table and her head was split open. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then,
it's like they know.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they know. It's picture time. I need to look cute. Let me go just bash my face in. These kids.
Why? Just give us our moment, okay?
Yeah, just be cute.
And then go fall down. Fall down.
They're cute anyways, but just don't have bruises.
Yeah. So mine is like a mom win/fail. I don't know. Every year I typically either I record or like time lapse Kinsey and I doing the Christmas tree.
Ah, yes.
And then I like put it on my like to know it, and I link, everything that I put, and it's just fun for us. And then we'll go pick out ornaments, and I'm like, oh, okay, well, here's one from Amazon, then I can tag it, and Kinsey does this with me, whatever. This year I forgot.
Oh man.
And as we're
take it all down, do it again.
Exactly right. No, as we're wrapping up the night, I was like, Justin, I'm so upset. I didn't get it. I didn't, record everything like I normally do. And he pointed to the corner of the room, and he had his camera.
Aww.
And it was like, typically I time lapse, so you can't hear anything. But we were like ugly singing like Mariah Carey, and me, Kinsey, Jet just having a ball.
I love that.
And then Oakley's just in the background like, Ma! Ma!
That's the real stuff you should post.
Yeah, but so I got it, and I was super thankful for him. Like, way to go, Justin, on getting that moment for me. Because
shout out J-Rob.
Yes, I love that. And I'm like, that's a memory I'll have forever. I'll see Jet calling my big stars, Mommy, look at the starfish. And then he was trying to, he wanted me to put this specific ornament on as my topper. And I'm like, dear, the scaling is not, just let me do my thing. And he's like, no, Mommy, I got a better idea. I'm like, I bet you do, but not here. So then I gave him his own Christmas tree.
Does he get his own tree?
Oh, I got to show you a picture
that.
of it. Ooh, he made sure that he used, Kinsey gave him her old tree. He made sure that he used every ornament and every piece of ribbon, and it's pretty much decorated like this much.
That's so fun.
Just shove it in the bottom.
I love that, though. I love that. We were talking about trees at work recently, about like just the different kinds of trees. So some people just had a very traditional, very just beautiful, mom said don't touch it tree.
Yep.
And some people, like, this is how we grew up, is like our tree was just filled with very sentimental ornaments.
Yeah.
So we got ornaments as gifts from other family members, or for our birthdays, and just things like that are My grandmother every night, or on Christmas Eve, the night before, we would open up one gift, and on our gift would be an ornament with the letter of our name, like our initials.
Oh.
And so our tree was just filled with those, and the school projects, and the just things.
Always the popsicle stick project,
Right?
you know what I mean?
And so I lived that, and so my mom has actually now packed up all of my ornaments and passed them down to me, and I'm like, I can't put these on my tree because it's a bunch of Barbies. And I got 2 boys in the house.
Yeah,
so,
that's funny.
But I think it's so fun, and one of my friends was like, oh, I do like a all silver tree, and I was like, my tree is so colorful. I have like green and pink and blue and purple and red and just glitter, just very festive. And so it's so fun. I love the idea of the kids having their own trees.
Yes.
That's so fun.
Kinsey will get one in the new house. Don't tell Justin, but working on that. She outgrew her tree.
Yes.
It's jet size now.
That's right.
I mean, I got the Christmas spirit. For real. Happy birthday, Jesus. We celebrating him from, when did I put out my tree? Before Halloween? I don't even know. I'm celebrating.
I love that.
Anyway.
Side note, we now have an Instagram.
Yes.
So, go follow us.
Go Kyleigh for getting it all together.
So, yes, go follow us. It's, Momsense. Momsense Podcast. And we will be doing a lot more posts on there. So,
lots of fun
watch stuff.
Lots of bloopers.
Yes, exclusive things. So, thank you so much for tuning in this week. I'm Kyleigh.
And I'm Kambria.